Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. Alright, Browns fans, get ready because today we're diving into some really exciting, potentially franchise-altering news that's been swirling around the NFL, specifically in the AFC North. Now, I know we're all hyped about the upcoming season, the new faces, the young talent, and the strategic moves that could push Cleveland back into serious playoff contention. But what's catching everyone's attention right now is a bold trade rumor that's been gaining momentum, one that might reshape the division and set the Browns on a new trajectory towards Super Bowl glory. And trust me, this isn't just idle speculation. There's substance behind these whispers, and it could be a game changer. Over the past few weeks, NFL insiders and analysts have been buzzing about a potential blockbuster trade involving Cleveland and one of the NFC South's most intriguing teams, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Another trade rumor, we hear those all the time. But this one has a different vibe. It's not just about filling a positional need. It's about strategic repositioning, about Cleveland making a bold move to catapult themselves into the upper tier of the AFC. And it's not just speculation. There are some compelling reasons why this deal might actually happen, and why Browns fans should be paying close attention. Before we get into the specifics of the trade rumors, let's take a quick step back and look at where Cleveland stands right now. The Browns, for all their ups and downs over the last few seasons, are entering this year with a sense of purpose. They've built a solid core with Deshaun Watson leading the offense, a defense that's been bolstered by some savvy draft picks and free agent signings, and a coaching staff that's hungry to prove it can take this team to the next level. Last season, Cleveland showed flashes of brilliance, particularly on defense, where players like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward continue to be among the league's elite. Offensively, there's still room for growth, but with Watson back in top form, the Browns are definitely in the mix. But if there's one thing that's been a sticking point for us Browns fans, it's the need for that extra piece, that game-changing player or strategic move that can push us past the AFC powerhouses like the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Bengals. That's why this trade rumor is so intriguing. The potential deal involves Cleveland acquiring a high-impact player from Atlanta, possibly a wide receiver or a defensive star, in exchange for draft capital or other assets. The idea is that Cleveland is looking to make a bold statement to say, we're serious about contending, and we're willing to make moves to do it. And honestly, that's the kind of attitude that can make all the difference in a league where margins are razor-thin. Now, let's dig into what this trade could entail. According to some sources, Cleveland might be eyeing a player like Falcons wide receiver Drake London, a young, talented receiver with great size and athleticism, or perhaps a defensive player like safety Jesse Bates, who could add some much-needed veteran presence and playmaking ability to our secondary. The deal could involve Cleveland sending some of their draft picks, maybe a future first-rounder or a couple of second-round selections, in exchange for this player or players. The goal: to add immediate impact and address specific needs that could push us ahead in the standings. Imagine, Browns fans, what this kind of move could mean. A true game-changer on the offense or defense, someone who elevates the entire team and makes us a more dangerous, well-rounded squad. It's the kind of move that signals to the league and to our division rivals that Cleveland isn't messing around anymore. It's about asserting our presence and showing that we mean business. And if history has taught us anything, the Browns aren't afraid to make bold moves when the opportunity arises. Remember the trade for Odell Beckham Jr. a few years ago, or the draft picks that turned into stars like Denzel Ward? Cleveland has a history of swinging for the fences, and this rumor seems to fit that mold. But why now? Well, the NFL offseason is a time of strategic chess matches. Teams are always looking to improve, to find that missing piece, to get that slight edge over their competitors. Cleveland, after a productive 2023 season, is looking to solidify its position as a playoff contender, and perhaps even a Super Bowl favorite. The AFC is stacked, no doubt about it, but the Browns have assembled a roster capable of competing with anyone when all cylinders are firing. Adding a key player through this rumored trade could be the piece that turns a good team into a great one. Now, let's talk about the broader implications. If Cleveland pulls off this trade, it could send shockwaves through the division. The Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers are all watching closely because a move like this could shift the balance of power. The Bengals, with Joe Burrow's rising star, are always in the mix. The Ravens, with their stout defense and Lamar Jackson's dual-threat ability, remain formidable. The Steelers, led by their solid defense and young quarterback, are also aiming for the top. But if Cleveland lands that game-changing player, it could be the spark that elevates us above the rest, making us the division favorite and a serious contender for the AFC crown. Of course, there are always risks involved in any trade, especially one that could involve multiple draft picks and young talent. The Browns' management knows this. They've been meticulous in their approach, building a roster that combines veteran savvy with youthful exuberance. They're also mindful of salary cap implications and long-term roster stability. But from what we've seen and heard, Cleveland's front office is confident that this move, if it materializes, could be exactly what we need to take the next step. And with the right coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, and a motivated squad, the sky's the limit. Looking ahead, Browns fans, the anticipation is building. The NFL draft is just around the corner, and trades often become more concrete during this period. If Cleveland does make this move, it could be announced in the coming weeks, setting the tone for what promises to be an electrifying season. Imagine the energy, the excitement, the hope that this kind of bold move brings. We've seen other teams do it, trades that shook up the league, and now it's Cleveland's turn to make their statement. And honestly, that's what makes following the Browns so thrilling. We're not just spectators. We're part of a passionate community that loves to see our team make bold decisions, to see them fight tooth and nail for every yard, every win. We've been through the lows, the rebuilds, the heartbreaks, and now we're on the cusp of something potentially special. This rumored trade, if it comes true, could be the catalyst that propels us into the playoff spotlight, maybe even beyond. So Browns fans, what do you think about this? Are you excited? Do you believe this move could make all the difference? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below. Your opinions mean a lot to us and to the future of the Cleveland Browns. Remember, this is a community and your voice matters. As we get closer to the season, I'll be right here, updating you on all the latest news, rumors, and analysis. We're in this together, and I truly believe the best is yet to come for our beloved Browns. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Whether it's a game-changing trade, a new signing, or some strategic move in the draft, you can count on us to bring you the most comprehensive, engaging coverage. Thanks for sticking around, Browns family. Let's keep the passion alive and get ready for an exciting season ahead.